Missiology II, Lecture 7 on our Part B. And then we got our countries here, Libya, Lithuania, and Liberia. I like these overviews. It helps me understand these countries better. So let's look at Libya. Libya sounds like a real safe place to go. It's mostly Saharan desert. Only a coastal Mediterranean strip there up at the top. See Tripoli? 2% of its land area is arable. I guess you can grow stuff on it. Population is 6.5 million. The capital is Tripoli. Other major city, you've heard of Benghazi. Well, there it is, Benghazi. Big problem last year with America there. Life expectancy, not bad, almost 74 years. Official language is Arabic, yeah, different languages there. It was transformed by discovery of oil in 1959. Oil accounts for 95% of export income. A little of this wealth trickles down to the masses. So who was a key leader in Libya?
Gaddafi.
Yeah. Myanmar, whatever his name is. Muammar Gaddafi. Income per person, look at this, 31% of the USA. I would not have guessed 31%.
That's low.
Well, it's low, but it's not, for Africa, it's not that low. For Libya, I would have thought of it a lot lower because it's, it's poor and it's really rich. So it's interesting to me. Sunni Islam is the state religion, and the government endorses a moderate form of Islam. So Sunniism is, I think, more moderate. So that fits. Radical Islamist ideology is seen as a threat. I guess a threat to the government. The evangelism of Libyan citizens is illegal, but Christians are generally left alone unless families ask the state to intervene. Meaning, hey, these people came by my house. Get them. All faiths are free to worship in their own homes. All right, at least right now. Meetings of more than 6 people are illegal, though this law is not often enforced. It's not often enforced, but when it is, you go to jail for the rest of your life. There are no known independent Baptist missionaries in Libya. So look at this, these stats here. No known ones.
That's hard to believe.
No research out, brother. That's what I got from First Bible International. That's the best listing we got. Yes, that's not right. I know there's people there. Okay, I'm sure there are.
No, I'm saying it's worse there now than when this was done. Now that they took Gaddafi's dead and all that.
Yeah, it's worse. Yeah, no wonder there's no one there. At least that we know about. Muslim is 97% Muslim. Okay, that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's 97% Christian where you go, oh, there's enough Christians there. There's a great need in Libya, but apparently no one's there of independent Baptists. So you break it down, you got the Catholic Church, Coptic Orthodox, and Coptic Evangelical. I don't know what Coptic Evangelical is. 0.3% of the population says they're an evangelical Christian. Well, praise the Lord for any. So 19,000 or so out of 6.5 million. There's a great need in Libya. Who's going to go there? I'll just leave it to you. All right, Lithuania. Interesting country here. Look where it's at. I don't understand that little Russia thing there above Poland. What is that?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, let me just look real quick here. Lithuania.
I mean, it used to be Russia, where Belarus was part of Russia.
It is. It's part of Russia. It has a RUS dot.
So they have a separate little.
They got a little spot there that's Russia.
I didn't know that.
Its own little Crimea.
What do you call it? Oh, yeah. That was the name of it. The southernmost of the 3 Baltic states, flat arable land with many forests and lakes. It's beautiful there. Population 3.2 million. Capital, never heard of it. Vilnius. Literacy rate good. Official language, Lithuanian. All right, they got the Bible there. Full Bible, good in their language. An industrial and agricultural economy that has progressed significantly since inclusion in the EU. Income per person about the same as Libya. So that's kind of, wow, wouldn't have guessed that. That would be way more. Or Libya would be less. All right. Occupied by the Soviets from 1940 to 1990, it was independent. It was the last European nation to be Christianized. Whatever that means. Because of strong Polish influence, Catholicism was politically dominant until the Soviet occupation. when all faiths were repressed. Religious freedom it has, but preference shown to Catholics and other traditional groups, Orthodox. Evangelical and other new religious groups have faced some opposition and negative bias. So that's Lithuania. I know a girl from Lithuania that I worked with over in Linwood, Washington at a medical clinic. Kruskovas. Her name was Kruskovas. Kruskovas. Yeah. Couldn't spell it though. 85% Christian there, but most of these are Catholic. The next largest group in the list there is Russian Orthodox. This is the thing that got me. So, 85% Christian, 1%, there's only 1% evangelical. 1%. That sounds like a Muslim nation. Lithuania, what's the deal? But there are 10 independent Baptist missionaries.
Wow.
And that's a ratio of 1 to 320,000 people, which isn't horrible.
It's better than Bolivia.
Okay, very interesting. So you can look at all that. Lithuania, I don't know why there's only 1%. So you 10 independent Baptist missionaries, keep going. No, there needs to be more. Way more, maybe another 100. That'd be good. And then finally, Liberia. Liberia, near Sierra Leone, Guinea, and the Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire. Heavily forested coastal state adjoining those countries. Population is 4 million. In the 1990s, 250,000 were killed, and over 1 million became refugees. I mean, that's a big percentage of your population right there.
Yeah, when you have 4,250,000,
Yeah.
it's like, wow.
That's amazing. So like 2 million, 5%. So that's a lot. Well-watered, official language is English. Back it up a bit. Capital is Monrovia. Life expectancy, 58 years. Now that is not so good. That means I'm due to die soon if I was living there. Literacy rate, 51%. But official language, English. You can go there and
That's surprising.
do it. Yeah.
No, it's not, because the United States started the country.
Well, we'll get to that. Well-watered, abundant natural resources of rubber, iron, diamonds, timber, and others. It's got money. What's the deal? Maritime registry of ships is the second largest revenue source. Made destitute by decades of institutionalized corruption and ensuing civil wars and chaos, they call it. We have chaos. Much of the capital, the road system, and most of the buildings have been destroyed. And much farmland has reverted to forest. So poverty is rife here.
Yeah.
Joblessness as high as 75%.
Wow.
And the majority survive on less than $1 a day. Now that's getting right down there to one of the poorest nations on the planet. In 1847, Liberia became Black Africa's first independent state, created as a colony for freed American slaves. Liberia, liberty.
It doesn't work too good.
No, how has that gone? Well, we just maybe we should have done some more about helping to have a good government there. But I don't know.
Free to starve to death.
160.
You're free to starve to death.
Yeah, you're now free. Go ahead and starve to death.
160-some
You're
years.
killed. Peaceful elections in 2005 saw the appointment of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Africa's first elected female leader. Liberia was founded as a Christian state, but with no state church. Freedom of religion continues in theory, but in practice, occult secret societies exercise significant influence. Rebuilding after 2 civil wars is Liberia's greatest challenge. The country was devastated and the people traumatized. There's a great need for healing of the terrible physical, psychological, and spiritual wounds of war, where 65% of the population was uprooted. Almost the entire population are either victims or perpetrators of harsh crimes, some unspeakably cruel. Any missionaries going to Liberia? Liberia is one of the few places where Muslims can be openly reached with the gospel and are responsive when they see it demonstrated. Of the Christians, most are Protestant or independents. And evangelicals number 14%. That's way more than Lithuania.
Yeah.
And look how it is there. I mean, it's scary. There's only one known independent missionary, independent Baptist missionary in all of Liberia. For how many people? 4 million. So what's the deal with Liberia, online students? Do you care? Yeah, I'm trying to give you a guilt trip. I'm giving you folks here. Who's going to go to Liberia?